Are you having a hard time getting everyone in the same location for that family photo? Have you ever wanted to combine two or more of your favorite photos to create a new image that's unique and interesting? Maybe you've tried and the results just weren't that remarkable. Well, the technique is called compositing, and I'll show you how to piece it all together today on The Whole Picture. Welcome to The Whole Picture. I'm Erin Manning. Did you ever wish you could take your entire family on vacation, but you just can't seem to get them there all at the same time? Well, today I'm going to show you a way to bring them all together using digital photography and digital imaging software. It's called compositing. Now, compositing is where you take multiple images, merge them together to create one single image. For instance, I was on assignment on a cruise ship, and I took this picture of a beautiful couple on the railing, except the day was kind of gray and murky, not a beautiful background on this one. So the next day, we were in a different port, and the sun came out, we had some clouds, and I was able to take this beautiful shot, this background type shot. So what I decided to do is merge the two together, and I created this picture. Isn't that great? So now the couple looks beautiful and the background does too. Now there are other things you can do with compositing. For instance, I took this picture of a little red sailboat when I was vacationing in Halifax and decided I want to make it look like I'm sailing this everywhere. So I put this picture of the little red sailboat in Barbados. Here it is right here. Looks like I'm sailing all over the place, doesn't it? And here it is again in Halifax, Nova Scotia, closer to the lighthouse. So it looks like this little red sailboat's going everywhere. I have a student, Peter Ritter, who has 2 daughters. And recently, Peter had to do some traveling for work. And he took lots of photographs because he wanted to show his daughters where he'd been. He thought it would be a lot of fun if he took a picture of his daughters and composited it into his travel photographs, so it would look like they were right there with him. The only problem is he was having some issues making it look realistic and natural. So today I'm going to teach Peter how to work with his images and create a composite that does look natural and realistic. So the first thing you'll learn today is how to pick the right image for your digital composite. Next, I'll show you all about the concepts and principles of masking. Then I'll teach you what layers are really all about. And finally, we'll work with the composite on the computer and make it look really natural, like you were there all along. Okay, let me show you how a composite looks using digital imaging software. Okay, here's my image you saw a few minutes ago. I have the beautiful couple and the beautiful background. And remember I told you how a composite is multiple images merged together? Well, that's what I did here. And I did it by using something called layers. Here's the layer palette over here on the right, and you'll see I have a few layers going here. Well, the first layer I brought in was my background, okay? The second layer I brought in was my couple. I cut them out of another photograph and brought them in as a layer. So you can see how these layers, if you're highlighted, say, on my couple layer, I can work on the couple here and not affect anything else in this composite. It's pretty cool. And just for fun, I decided to add in the picture of my sailboat. Now you can see how you can add in multiple layers to create any kind of image you want. All right, now while I set up for Peter, go ahead and take a look at some of the other composites I created. Composite images can be anything as simple as changing a skyline of a particular photo to layering pieces of multiple photos to create a complex collage of images. When compositing your digital photos, you can be as creative as you want to build images that can bring families together or create places that only exist in your imagination. Coming up, I'll show you how to select photos to create composite images that look realistic and explain what masking is and why it's important in compositing.